If you go by the shops, you'll see a lot of Idaho plates. So they're buying product and leaving.
Ontario City Manager Adam Brown jokes that Ontario is the pot capital of Idaho. The marijuana may not be staying in town, but the money is.
I think based on these numbers, we could expect with the local tax and the state tax to be $1.1 to $1.2 million.
That's how much tax revenue Ontario is expecting to collect from pot shops in the first year of stores being open. Weedology was the first dispensary in town to open its doors this past July. Store manager Eric Lance says there's been a steady stream of customers ever since.
It's hundreds. I mean, it starts in the hundreds before noon, and we just keep going up until the end, depending on day.
Hotbox Farms and Burnt River Farms opened shortly after.
We see a lot of new customers, though. I think we see, new customers every single day.
A fourth pot shop, Top Crop, is expected to open up soon. Ontario has granted 14 total permits for marijuana entrepreneurs to open up shop.
I think many of those are the same owners, and it's more like basketball where they're boxing each other out.
But how many dispensaries realistically could the city of Ontario support?
I don't see a lot of movement past this fourth one. There's going to be more, but I don't think more of them are going to survive.
We are all selling the same products. It's kind of like gas stations or convenience stores. It's a very competitive market.
It's $39 here.
It's a competitive market that McKay and Lance say is driving away business from Huntington, the eastern Oregon town where pot was first big business in 2016.
It's going to be $37.80.
Stephen Milland owns Hotbox Farms in Huntington and Ontario. He says his Huntington location used to see upwards of 1,500 customers on the weekends compared to just several hundred now. But Milland says Huntington is still profitable and he has no plans of closing his shop there. The shift in customers from Huntington to Ontario hasn't put a strain on law enforcement, according to Brown.
We have not seen any increase in crime or illegal activity that we could put a finger on that we could identify as specifically attributable to a dispensary.
For a city that's been forced to repeatedly cut its budget, Brown says this new revenue stream is much welcomed.
Every year it's been cut and cut and cut and cut, and what do we have to cut this year? And for our counselor that's been on there the longest, for I think 12 years or so, this was the first budget where he actually was able to add something and feel like he was making progress and making our community better.
Ontario has collected just $90,000 in pot taxes so far, but Brown says it's already being put back into the community.
Just downtown, we've already been able to add some more planters, add some more benches. Just making our community more attractive. We added 2 police officers.
The city was forced to cut those police officers in 2018, and Brown says they're the only 2 positions that will be added because the city is spending cautiously.
We're going to invest in our city with it and not try to get new positions as a result of it.
Because this new money stream is eventually expected to run dry.
If you drive by the dispensaries, you'll see most of the plates are from Idaho. Mm-hmm. And so that traffic we will lose if at some point like Idaho legalizes it. We asked ourselves early on, is this a permanent thing or will this be a temporary thing? Yeah. The answer to that was we really believed that it would be a temporary thing.
In Ontario, Oregon, Gretchen Parsons, Idaho's News, Channel 7.